everyone, it's me, NicLoves, back again with another weekly dose of love for all the signs. For today, I'm going to be switching up the format a little bit. If you guys saw the Halloween bonus reading that I did for all of you guys last week, we're going to be switching it up, doing it like that, channeled intuitive messages. That's what I'm being guided and pushed to do. It's a little bit outside of my comfort zone. I usually don't do this, right? Because I'm so used to using cards, but I guess things are changing within me, around me, and I'm being encouraged to kind of just really step into a new space and trust myself, because that is something that I've always kind of struggled with, like having a lot of self-doubt and maybe not trusting my own intuition. So I hope you guys will enjoy this and hang in there with me if it is kind of like shaky at first, but I'm going to try my best, obviously. And yeah, I'll be doing the same thing, just going through all the signs. We'll start with Scorpio since we are in Scorpio season, and then ending off with Libra, and all the timestamps will be listed below. What else? Yeah, listen for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs, because all in combination may make better sense to you, or maybe you'll catch one thing from one than the other. Just listen with an open mind, open heart, please, and just take what fits and leave the rest out. And my intention is really to make these kind of like timeless readings, not so much just like for this week specifically, so that whenever you watch this is when you're meant to watch it, or if you watch it a week, a month, 2 months from now, maybe that is when the message is supposed to be sent to you. But of course, I hope you enjoy it. You can share with a friend or family member if you'd like. And yeah, just a lot of things have been changing, and to be honest guys, this week I almost did not film this. I was going to take a little bit of a break because I've just been going through my own personal things, and where my energy was not feeling, 100%, but I was really just pushed to keep going, because if I'm going through something, I know you guys are probably going through something. And tomorrow, Sunday, I'm going to be posting all 12 zodiac signs weekly love readings, because I know usually I have a format, right? Like Monday water signs, Tuesday fire signs, Wednesday air, Thursday earth. But I'm switching it up, and I'm going to be doing putting all of them up on Sundays. So hopefully you guys like that. I asked you guys on Instagram, on my stories, and most of you voted for Sundays. So I'm going to be doing what the people want. So we're going to do that. And what else? But yeah, I was just feeling a little bit, like myself, just feeling a little bit down. But, I guess I want you guys to see that I'm just like you. I am a spirit living, having this human experience, and we go through things, good, bad, ups, downs, family, friends, health, relationships, jobs, works, just, things that happen, maybe all the above, all at once. But I hope this maybe helps, inspire you to keep going, keep doing whatever it is that you're doing, despite whatever you may be going through, because maybe I don't want to be here right now, but maybe me pushing myself is going to help someone else and inspire you that whatever it is you're going through, don't stop what you're doing. Don't let it beat you or defeat you. You got to keep your head up and stay focused. And before anyone tries to comment about my outfit or anything, because don't think I don't see, when people are like, why are you wearing that? Blah, 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 blah. You shouldn't do that. I don't care about your opinion. And if it bothers you, then you may leave my channel. You don't have to be here, because I was having a little bit of a rough week. I wanted to get dolled up. I wanted to feel good about myself. And if me feeling good about myself and lifting my spirit bothers your spirit, then you may exit the premises. All right? So just saying that, just letting anyone know if it does bother you. I don't care anymore. I'm just trying to do whatever it takes to keep myself happy and make sure I can be the best version of myself, so I can be of better service for you guys, right? Because if I'm not doing good, and if I'm not taking care of my soul, my spirit, then I'm not going to be able to help you guys. All right? So sorry for the long little spiel. I just felt like I need to let it out and have a little heart-to-heart once in a while with you guys. But you don't want to hear that, I'm sure. So let's get started. All right, so we're going to be starting with Scorpios. All right, I'm holding my rose quartz and also my lapis lazuli. Let's see. So for all my Scorpios, What messages do we have for all my Scorpios, please, at this moment? What do they need to know? What is the most maybe important message for them to know at this moment? So I feel like Scorpios, it's like you're marking your territory, but the territory that you're marking, it's almost like you don't even know the territory well enough, or you think you know it, or you think you want that so badly, but really deep down inside, once you get it, or if you do get it, or if you do have it, you're not actually really sure if that's what's right for you. If like, do I actually want this? Do I actually know where I am? Like what I see is someone who is, let's say, landing on another planet like Mars or something, and you think you want to be there. You're like, yeah, this is for me. No one can take this from me. This is mine. But then once you're there, you realize, how am I gonna get water? How am I gonna get food? I don't know. So this applies to, you know, anything in your life going on, whether this is like a relationship that you're in, or, you know, trying to decide where to move or where you want to be, your purpose, what your next plan is going to be. Careful not to jump the gun or be so sure that you want something or want someone before really thinking things through, weighing out your pros and cons, because I'm hearing like just careful what you wish for, because maybe if you get that thing or you get that person or that situation, it may not actually be what you thought or what you really wanted. So don't be so quick to mark your territory if you don't actually know for sure if that territory maybe is best suited for you. It's like, you know, if you move to a new place and you're so sure about it, but maybe you've never seen the house or seen the apartment, you just seen what's on the pictures on the screen, but then once you get there, you're like, wait, this looks totally different than what I saw online, like getting catfished, but for your home or house hunting, you know, and maybe you didn't realize the neighborhood was maybe not the best that you wanted, or it wasn't close to your work or your school, or the weather, or it didn't really look as what you thought. So just really like, don't get too excited or too fixed on something before really knowing that thing, that person, or that situation, like really thinking it out. Because the last thing you want to do is just sign on something or be so sure about something and then realize that you missed all these other signs, or you didn't see something that probably would have made you think differently or decided something different. I don't know why I'm seeing a dog like peeing on a tree. So again, just that theme of marking your territory, right? Because when dogs pee or animals pee, it's like they're marking their territory, right? I think that's why they always pee on the same spot, because that's where other dogs pee, and they're like, no, this is my place, this is my place, this is my tree. So just be mindful. Where are you marking your territory at? Is that territory good for you, or is it that you just want that place, or you want that job, or you want that person or that situation because everyone else wants it? Just think about that, okay? And happy birthday also, by the way, to all of you guys. I hope you are celebrating or trying to have some fun through all this weird time and madness going on. But I hope this message found you well, and I wish you guys all the best. All right. So now moving on to a Sagittarius. All right, hi Sagittarius, how are you? I hope you guys are doing good. All right, so Sagittarius, what is your message? What does Sagittarius need to know right now? What is the most important thing for them to maybe think about or look over? Is there something that they're missing? For Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, males and females. Careful to... Okay, so I'm seeing someone cooking like meat, right? Like a rare, let's say, steak. And maybe they thought, it was cooked all the way because they put it really high. But once they cut it, it wasn't really done. It wasn't really cooked, or, you could probably still eat it and not get sick, but it wasn't cooked to the way that you would really enjoy it and like. But you thought maybe because the heat was so high to begin with that it would just cook so fast. And I'm not, meat expert. I don't even eat meat, but I'm sure you guys will get what I'm saying. I think I'm just being shown this to kind of like get the picture for you guys. So when you're cooking something and you put, you put it on high heat so fast, on the outside, it seems like it's cooked, right? It's ready, but all that heat from the outside may have not penetrated all the way through to the middle, like you think. So sometimes cooking it slow and easy may take longer, but the end result usually is yummier. It's more enjoyable depending on what style you enjoy or how you like your food, right? Because we all like our foods differently. But I think this applies to different areas of your life: love, relationships, career, work, friendships, that, you may think that you're covering all grounds and, doing all the right things on the outside, but you want to really make sure that you are hitting the inside as well. So with your relationships or your partner, someone you're talking to, you may be doing all the right things, or maybe you feel like they're doing all the right things, but lately, emotionally or internally, you guys are not connecting, or it doesn't feel as close possibly, because you guys are not getting deep to the deep root of things, and it takes time to get there. It's not something that will just happen right away, but again, like a slow, easy cook sometimes is a lot better than going all the way right at once. It may look nice on the outside, look all nice and well done, but on the inside, it may have not reached, the heat may have not reached all the way. With your career or work or hobbies that you're into, you want to really make sure that you're handling all the little things that maybe people look over, and that you're not just doing the easy stuff first and then leaving the hardest stuff last. You just want to make sure that you're covering all grounds, and really first making sure that it is something you like, it is something you enjoy, you are connecting, collaborating with others around you, or your business or your office or whatever, because if the foundation is not solid, if the foundation is not cooked and heated and looked over, then the outside, it's not gonna be as good. But just don't judge a book by its cover, because something that may look yummy and delicious on the outside may not be fully developed on the inside. Okay, so this can also be within yourself as well, that you look good, you shine bright, and people see you as a happy person, but on the inside, you're still tender, right? You're still tender, there's still hurt, maybe there's still pain, maybe there is stuff that you still haven't dealt with, but people don't see that, because on the outside, you're looking good, you're shining, but it's important to really work on cooking the inside. And then moving to the outside, okay? Because sometimes people may get the wrong impression, like, oh, Sagittarius is doing well, they're amazing, they're looking good, he or she's smiling, but maybe they don't actually know what's going on in the inside, where behind that smile is a soul that's really sad, or a soul that's really hurt still. Okay, so focus on inside right now at this time, especially during Scorpio season. You really want to do a lot of internal work, so that as you move into your season, Sagittarius, in December, that you are all well done. Okay? All right, so Sagittarius, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it helped you or rung a bell for you in some way. And hopefully I'll see you guys next week. All right, take care, and I love you all so much. All right. So now moving on to Capricorns. All right, hi Capricorns, how are you? Hope you guys are doing good. Thank you so much for being here. So what is the message for Capricorns, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, males and females? What do they need to know? What is the most important thing for them to know right now or think about for all my Capricorns? Capricorns, I'm seeing a horse, a big horse. Actually, I'm seeing three. So one that is white, one that is brown, and one that is black, and they're all gorgeous. They're running on this big, what do you call it? Like a big field, or pasture. What do you call it? I don't know, like a big field, big green field, but they're running almost as if like they just got released, like they just got out, like they've been caged in for so long, and they're just like running for their lives, trying to like get away fast as possible, like, ah, freedom, I'm alive. So that makes me feel like you're searching for freedom right now, whether it's like mentally, emotionally, physically, all the above. Like you want freedom. You could have been stuck in a certain routine, stuck in a situation, in a relationship, in a job, in a environment, in a home that maybe you've just been feeling like claustrophobic. You're like, oh my gosh, I just want it to be the weekend. I want to get out. Like I'm done with this. I've been feeling overwhelmed. And you're wanting freedom. You're wanting liberty. You're wanting to feel like you can just breathe and be who you want to be. And I think sometimes you may feel restricted, like you can't let your true personality shine, or you're not able to be yourself in whatever area, in like at your work, or you know, at home, or just in general. Sometimes you feel like you're suffocating and that you just want to like break free and find happiness, or find a different place where you can get away and run as fast as you can, do whatever you want and not be judged. And I think sometimes maybe, or lately, maybe you've been feeling kind of judged by people or judged by society. And that's why it's like, it always feels like you're restricted from being who you want or doing what you want to do. And I think very soon something inside of you is going to change, where you're going to be pushed and encouraged to kind of break those barriers, break those boundaries, and be what you want and go for your dreams, go for your goals. If there is something that like you is holding you back and it's not where you want to be, it doesn't make you happy, just ask yourself, like, can I keep this going? Is this worth it for me? Do I want to continue being with this person? Do I want to continue living like this for the next 10, 15, 20 years? Do I want to look back in my life and have regret, or do I want to say, wow, you know, I took a chance and I'm so glad that I did that? Okay, just something for you guys to think about. Maybe some of you connect with horses, or, you know, horse is a spirit animal guide for you. But a horse is really a beautiful creature, symbolizing a lot of strength. If you've ever ridden a horse, you can feel the power and like how beautiful they are and how fast they are, right? And I think that's a reminder to you that you are the horse. You are this beautiful creature full of strength, full of vitality. And wherever you go, you're going to be successful. You're going to be happy, but you just have to make sure that you're going in the direction that your soul, that your heart is calling you to go on, not what someone else is telling you. Like, horses are meant to run. They're meant to explore and, you know, roam free. But if you have been restricted and caged in, you're not living up to your potential and what your soul is really wanting you to do. Okay, so just something for you guys to think about. I just feel like a lot of freedom, a lot of liberty is something that you're searching for, or something that is going to just be like coming over your spirit very soon. Okay, maybe this is confirmation for you to go for it, or go for that thing, go for that dream that you've been hoping to. Okay. All right, so Capricorns, I hope you guys enjoyed this or found this helpful. Thank you so much for being here, for watching, and hopefully I'll see you for our next reading. All right, take care. Okay, so Capricorns, and now moving on to Aquarius. All right, hi Aquarius, how are you? Hope you guys are doing good. All right, so let's see, what is the message for Aquarius? What do they need to know most right now? What is most important for them for their highest good? For all my Aquarians, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, males and females. Aquarius, it feels like you've been in the dark and you're searching for the light. You're searching for sun. You're searching for warmth. Something inside of you has been feeling very cold, very hardened, very stiff and tense. And I think you yourself maybe don't know why you feel that way, or don't know why that's happening. Maybe there needs to be some kind of change in you, either change in your external reality, your mentality, emotions, how you what you put your energy and time into, there is something inside of you that, and I think that's your body's reaction telling you, hey, you know, you're not living your true self, or you're not doing something that makes you happy, and that's why you feel this coldness, that's why you feel this darkness, this heaviness inside of you, because that's not what you're supposed to feel. You're not supposed to feel that way. That's not normal. And maybe you've always felt like that, or it's always like come back. You'll be happy or you'll be good for some time, and then all of a sudden you get this wave of like darkness and sadness that you don't know how to explain, you don't know how to express or communicate. So it's always coming back. Maybe this is flashbacks, maybe this is stuff from your past, could be, you know, childhood trauma, hurt, pain, things that, you know, maybe were never your fault, were out of your control, but have kind of like walked with you, or been been haunting you forever, for the longest time. And the more you try to like run away from it, the more that it keeps showing up at unexpected times. And I think this is like encouraging you to really maybe look at those things or address them, accept them. Don't try to push it away, but just, okay, I feel this way. I don't like it. It hurts me and I feel uncomfortable. But as soon as you just feel it and you acknowledge it, you are able to release it, because you're not pushing it away. You're not, lying to yourself and saying, no, I don't feel this way. I don't care, blah, blah, blah. No, you accepting what you feel. And now you're like, all right, I accept it. Now I let it pass. It's like, think of working out, right? You don't want to feel the pain. You're dying, you're sweating. You're like, oh my gosh, my legs hurt. But you have to go through that to get a result, to get better, to get stronger, to get skinnier or thicker, whatever you're working on, right? And if you don't feel that pain, you're not going to improve, right? No pain, no gain. So in order to gain happiness, to gain peace in your life, you have to kind of feel that pain, even if it's like repeat that pain from the past that you have been trying to close a chapter on. Just feel it and release it, and you'll see how much lighter you're going to feel afterwards. And ways that this can help you, I would say to write it out. If you don't want to talk to someone, I always think talking to someone probably helps a lot more. But if you don't have someone to talk to, or you don't feel comfortable talking about those things, because we all have personal things we don't want to discuss, write it out. Write it out in a journal, on a piece of paper. You don't have to keep it, but you can throw it out after. But just say everything in your heart and release it. And I think that'll really help just alleviate that heaviness from your life, and you'll finally be able to accept and welcome peace and happiness and sunshine, and that darkness from your past, or these dark feelings that come over you, are not gonna be as existent, or not gonna really have a place, because you're like, nope, I released that. Like, darkness or negative entities or spirits or vibes are not going to be attracted to you anymore, because like, oh, that person's healed, I can't affect them, I can't even bother them, so I'll go find someone else. You know what I mean? So I want you to feel peace. I want you to feel happiness. And if you're going through some dark time and just are not understanding it, really look at the root cause, look within yourself, be honest with yourself. Do not push it away, because the more you push it away, it's just going to continue to repeat itself and continue to show up. It may go away, but then it's always going to come back. And that's not a fun place to be, and you don't want to be like that. All right, so it's going to be important for you to just look at the root cause. Maybe look at when you started feeling this way, what changed, what did you start to do differently, and just have a talk with yourself. And maybe even go outside, go for a walk, jog, swimming, something that will help you just kind of like, filter through all those feelings, those thoughts and emotions, okay? But anyways, I felt like that was really deep. Maybe some of you guys really needed that. I think a lot of times maybe you avoid getting deep with certain things. And that in itself is a sign. Why do I avoid that? Why do I avoid deep feelings? Why do I avoid these discussions? Is it because I'm scared? Is it because I suppress it? Is it because I'm actually maybe afraid to experience happiness? I'm afraid to get hurt. I'm afraid to experience love. These are all things that I think it's going to be really important for you to think about and discuss with yourself. You don't need to discuss with anyone else, but keep it real, keep it honest with yourself, okay? All right, so Aquarius, I hope you guys enjoyed this, or it helped you somehow, made you think about something, and thank you so much for being here, and I will talk to you guys next time, all right? Okay, so now moving on to Pisces. All right, hi Pisces, how are you? Hope you guys are doing good. All right, so Pisces, what is the message for you guys? What is the most important thing Pisces needs to know at this moment? And send them healing, love, happiness, abundance, good vibes. So Pisces, I'm hearing that stop feeling sorry for yourself and for people who hurt you, or situations that were out of your control. And I feel like at this time there is a lot of acceptance work that needs to be done, and realizing that sometimes the reason you get hurt is because you accept less than, and you have high expectations, and when people or situations don't meet those expectations, you get disappointed. But it's always good, and I think sometimes when you look back after the math, you can always reflect and and see that, wow, I'm hearing that Ashanti song. Do you guys remember Ashanti? And like Ja Rule and all them, that her song Foolish, where she says something, I trusted you. What does she say? So I trusted you, it's so sad. Something, all the things that love will make you do. And she's like explaining to, like, wants women to know that all the things that we accept will be the things that we regret. So I definitely feel like this is something maybe you are thinking about, or you've been going through, that you're realizing that you have accepted a lot of things that really are not acceptable, are things that you usually would not accept from anyone or anyone else, but because you love someone, you care about them, you maybe see potential in them, and maybe at one point they did treat you well, treat you right. You think that maybe things can change, or that no, it's not that, making excuses for the person. And once you're already hurt and all the damage is done, you realize, what, I should have never accepted those things, and you start to regret. But I just want you to forgive yourself for maybe not seeing those things or not accepting it, but tell yourself now that moving forward, you're not going to let those things happen again. It's not going to jade you from loving or trusting again, but now you're going to make sure to be more realistic, be more real with yourself. I think it's going to be really important for you to have like a moment to yourself and have some time for yourself to really process everything that maybe has happened or has been going on. Like maybe you just had a falling out with a friend, or having family problems or health problems, mental health, physical health, or at work, or your purpose, you're kind of lost, or your relationship with your partner has been, just things have been going on. Maybe all those things have been going on for you, and like, I feel for you. I'm sorry if all of that's going on. Like, it's a lot to handle, but just know that, like, your angels, your guides, God, the universe, whatever you believe in, is never gonna bring you things that they know you can't deal with, that you're not strong enough to overcome. And the more, I don't want this to sound like egotistical or anything, because it's not like that, but just know that the more things that you go through, the heavier circumstances, the more toxic situations, and just the more tragedies that you go through in your life, the wiser you are, the stronger that you really are, because those situations sometimes can destroy people. But if you're still here, you're still breathing, you're still alive, you're still good, guess what? It didn't destroy you. That person, that situation, it didn't beat you down. You're still here. So there is something to look forward to. There's always going to be another thing to make you smile, to make you happy again. And I think you can probably look back and say, there are so many moments where you're like, oh my gosh, this is the end of the world. I'm never going to be happy again. And then looking back, you're like, oh yeah, you know, that's what I thought, but then I met someone else, or then, you know, I met another friend, or then, you know, things got better with my family. So there's always going to be situations like that, but just make sure you're handling it like a mature adult and not letting yourself fall into the victim mentality. And sometimes, you know, seasons change, people change, we either grow together or we grow apart. But we can't force people. We can't force people to be in our lives, and we can't force certain situations to always fit perfectly. Sometimes we have to remove ourselves, or people have to get removed from our lives that are not meant for our highest goods. And it hurts. It's never easy. It's uncomfortable, but change usually is always leading us to something better. Okay? So I kind of feel like maybe a lot of you guys are going through it. I myself am too, so I feel for you. Don't think that my life is perfect and I'm always happy. Like, it's not the case at all. Like, hardly ever, to be honest. So just know that you're not the only one, and that a lot of us are going through things, and a lot of times you may not know what people are going through. You don't know what battles they're fighting. So, you know, be kind. But always remember, be kind to yourself, Pisces, because I think you give so much of yourself to people. And I don't want you to regret giving your heart or being your true self, giving your love to someone, because just know that that person may not ever experience that again. You may be the last person, or the last real love and affection that maybe this person receives. And that's not your problem. You know, you should never regret giving yourself, being your true self. You should actually feel sad for someone else who maybe was lying and was not comfortable to be their true self with you, because that's sad. You know, it's sad. Sometimes people don't want to experience real things, and but they'll be the ones to always regret it later, not you. Okay? All right. So Pisces, I hope you guys enjoyed this, or I hope this little pep talk, I guess, helped you or resonated with you. Thank you so much for being here, and I wish you guys all the best. Stay strong out there. Trust me, I know things are rough. I'm a little sensitive, emotional, mermaid, fishy like you, so I feel you, okay? All right, so I'll see you guys next time. All right, so now moving on to Aries. All right, hi Aries, how are you? Hope you guys are doing good. All right, so what is the message for Aries, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, males and females. What do they need to know most right now? What's most important for them? For all my Aries, please. Aries, I'm picking that a lot. There's people around you, or at least it feels like people are, or maybe you don't know, people are intimidated by your strength. People are intimidated by your strength, and sometimes this causes certain people around you, whether it's at work, school, neighbors, whatever, your partner, to act out in a way to try to put you down, to, you know, put you down so that they can feel on top, so they can feel superior to you. And sometimes you probably feel that, like, why is this person acting like this? Like, I've never done anything wrong to them. Like, I've never said anything to them. I'm always nice. I'm always polite. Like, what the heck? Like, why are they trying to give me a hard time? You know, maybe at work, you're always the one getting called out, and the person next to you is doing the same thing or doing worse, and no one ever tells them anything. You're like, why am I getting picked on? I didn't do anything. And I think that there is an energy around you, or someone around you, who sees your potential, or sees you doing good, sees you excelling, or just is jealous of you possibly for whatever reason, and wants to put you down, or wants to replace you, or wants to be better than you, or is competitive. Like, you could even have maybe a jealous friend who you notice is always copying you, always getting the same outfits as you. Maybe she's doing the same hairstyle as you, coloring her hair like you, you know, kind of copying you and everything, and always staring at you, but never compliments you, never tells you, oh wow, you look so good, or, you know, admiring you, because just kind of like behind the scenes competing with you. And I think you kind of feel that. You feel that weird energy, like, why do they always, you know, like, you could just tell me. I don't care. I don't mind if you buy the same outfit. I don't care if you do the same hairstyle, but like that person never actually compliments me or never says anything nice to me. Why? Because they're low-key jealous. And a lot of times you'll notice that like people who don't compliment you but are copying you, it's because they're trying to be like you but don't want you to know that they're trying to be like you. You know, it's the sign of a hater, a low-key hater. So just be aware of those kinds of people, or whether it's at work, your friends, school, family. You know, family could be haters too. Don't get it twisted. I know they say blood is thicker than water, but I've met a lot of great strangers, either on the internet, random people who are so much better to me than some family. I've had a lot of shady family members, so don't get too fixed just because someone's your family that they're gonna be ride or die or be there for you. Like, family can be toxic too. So just don't feel bad if you feel like you are in it, you have a toxic family member and they give you a hard time. Like, don't feel bad. Like, if you have to cut that person out, do it. Do not feel bad about it. Just because someone's family does not mean you have to accept or resist them treating you badly or abusing you or doing anything like that. It's not acceptable. Okay. But yeah, just be careful. I think there may be some jealousy around you, people trying to be competitive with you, trying to pick a fight or instigate or poke at you to get a reaction. And I think they know that you're so like open and honest, and you don't, you know, you're not trying to start anything, but you will defend yourself, but you just don't want to give that person the satisfaction of getting you out of your zone and making you act out in a way that's not you, right? You don't want to give them that power, but you also want to stand up for yourself and maybe call them out in a very calm, cool, collected way. Be like, I don't appreciate you doing that. And, you know, just letting them know that you see them and you're not going to let them try to like continue their games with you, you know, but not like scream or yell or fight or anything like that. You know, you want to play it cool like them, play it at their game. Like, they want to be shady and sneaky. Okay, I'll be shady, sneaky with you too, but I'm going to let you know that I see you and I recognize you, and I'm not going to let you play games with me. Okay? All right. So yeah, just be careful of that and just mind your own business. Try not even to give them any attention or mind them, to be honest. I think ignoring someone is usually the best thing ever, because what they want is a reaction from you. And sometimes ignoring someone is the hardest thing to do, but it's sometimes the most impactful. So honestly, I would probably say just ignore, but if not, just tell them calmly, cool, collectively that what they're doing is not cool and you're not going to put up with it. Okay? But just know that you're stronger, and that if people are giving you a hard time, it's just because they're jealous. They want to be like you. They're intimidated by your success, intimidated by your personality, your character, your beauty, your skills, your talent. They're just jealous of you, okay? And that has nothing to do with you, has everything to do with them. They got to do internal work. Don't ever dim yourself down or try to hide just to make someone else feel comfortable. Like, that's their problem, okay? You keep shining like a star, because you are one, okay? All right, so Aries, I hope you guys enjoy this, or I hope this helps you somehow or resonated, and I'll talk to you guys next time, all right? Okay, so now moving on to Aries, Taurus. All right, hi Taurus, how are you? Hope you guys are doing good. All right, so what is the message for Taurus, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, males and females. What do they most need to know right now? What's the most important thing for them to know, please? For Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. I feel there's like regret, Taurus, for some of you. Like I'm seeing that some of you may have done some online shopping, or maybe you recently bought something and now you're like, you know what, I actually don't like this, or you know what, I probably shouldn't have spent that money, or it's really not that necessary and you want to return it now. Just make sure you don't lose the receipt. Or if it's electronically, don't delete that email or something. But I just feel like you're gonna want to, or you're wanting to return something that maybe you bought or you purchased just like either in the heat of the moment, or you were just kind of like bored, or you were high or drunk or something, I don't know. But I feel like some of you want to return because you're starting to see that there are certain things worth having and others worth not. And, you know, maybe in the past you used to be a shopaholic, or used to shop a lot or buy a lot of unnecessary things. And now you're like, you know what? I want to simplify my life. I don't want to buy excessively. I want to live a little bit more simply, still enjoy myself, still treat myself. But I feel like something in you is just changing, where certain things that you used to love, you used to desire, are now, you're kind of like cleaning out things. And realizing that there are more important things to life than having a new pair of shoes, the latest new purses, watches, hats, whatever it is that you're into. You can still treat yourself, but I'm sure there's probably other options that maybe are better for you or more useful that maybe don't cost as much, right? You don't have to spend a fortune to be happy. And I just feel like your taste, you usually have always had really expensive taste, but now you're like, you know what? I still have good taste, but I don't need to like blow my whole wallet like every weekend on like things that only bring me joy for like the first week, and then I'm like over it by like third week. You know what I mean? But I also feel like there is regret in other areas of your life. Maybe regret about a friendship, a relationship, a connection that maybe was once great and now has either dwindled down, or like I feel like there's regret, like either you miss how something used to be, or you miss how the potential of what something could have been, and you feel a little bit heavy about that. And that's probably why you decided to go on a little spree or like treat yourself and shop to make you feel good. Like maybe that's what kind of pushed you, and now you realize, you know what, that wasn't the problem. The problem was me using my emotions in that situation, or using shopping to make me feel better about that emotional thing that I needed to address. The shopping and buying this wasn't going to make me feel better. Okay, so really look this week or at this time into your desires, what's most important for you, and never try to never feel regret, because things are experiences. They teach you lessons, and if you made a decision that you kind of regret, that's okay. Just accept that it happened, and moving forward, just make sure that you don't let something happen like that again, and it is what it is. If you can't change it, oh well. If maybe there's hope that you can change it, you could try. But if not, just accept that things have happened. Okay? All right. So Taurus, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for being here, for watching. And hopefully I'll see you next time. All right. So now moving on to Geminis. Hi, Geminis, the gems of my eyes. I hope you guys are doing good. All right. So what is the message for all my Geminis, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, males and females. What is most important for them to know at this time for all my Geminis? Geminis, why aren't you smiling? Why aren't you smiling? I know sometimes people comment and tell me that in on my comments as well, but I think it's just because I'm talking. I feel like I usually do smile, but I honestly, I probably don't smile enough. I used to smile a lot more, and I think just when things happen in your life, it affects you, right? And you're not as like giddy, not as like childlike anymore. But I think your message is funny because it's like reminded me that I need to smile more too. So ask yourself, do I smile? If not, why don't I smile anymore? Is it because I'm really not happy and I feel like sad, or is it because I'm just not thinking about it? And you can smile about anything. There's so many things that you can find happiness in, and sometimes if you aren't happy, or if you are having a hard time finding someone around you who makes you smile, then you could always be that person that brightens someone else's day. You can just smile at a stranger at the grocery store while you're walking, and maybe you'll be the only person that day that person sees smiling, that makes them smile. Maybe you're the only person that says, "Hi, how are you?" And that makes someone's day so much better. So I think you're being encouraged to smile more. Ask yourself, why aren't you smiling? And encourage others to smile by you being the example and smiling. And it's not just like smiling, but actually feeling happy, right? Because you can be like smiling but not really mean it. I want you to actually smile but actually feel happy. And sometimes happiness takes effort, right? It takes effort. We don't just wake up and we're like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy. It's a beautiful day. It's glorious. I'm just gonna kick ass. I'm so good. No, a lot of times we wake up, we're like, another day, I'm exhausted. Drink your coffee or your mocha latte or your pumpkin spice, whatever. And it takes a little bit, right, to get yourself going. But I feel like it's it takes effort. So I want you to put effort into smiling, into being happy, into doing little things that give you joy, and also doing that for others. If you feel like others around you at the office or at work or at school or your family, they're kind of being a grump or sad, maybe lighten things up, say a joke, just, hey, you know, you look good today, or you know what, I really loved what you said yesterday, or like say something that will brighten someone's day. Okay, and I think that if you're not feeling good and you're feeling down, you'd be surprised how much better your spirit is going to feel and how much happier you will feel when you're able to make someone else feel better. It'll put a smile on your face. It's like, you know, think of like when you see a little baby, right? And the baby kind of smiles at you or just laughs. It makes you smile, it makes you laugh, right? You'd be kind of like a weirdo if you don't smile at a baby, right? So when you do the same to someone else, they feel that. They feel that. You have this exchange of energy that is unspoken of, and you can feel that energy being given to you and to the other person. So when you do that, it's exchange, and as they light up, you light up. As you light up, they light up, and that creates like this domino effect. So when they encounter someone else, they make someone else smile, and then you make someone else smile, and then it happens, you know, it keeps happening to everybody. So I want you to practice doing that, and especially if you're feeling down, because I think just making someone else's day is going to help you feel a lot better too, okay? And I understand that sometimes it's not easy to do that, it's hard, but I think if you put in a little bit of effort, just try a little bit, it'll get easier. It's kind of like when you don't want to work out, right? Sometimes just going to the gym is the hardest thing to do, but once you're there, you're like, okay, you get going, you're like, I'm only going to do 10 minutes, or I'm not going to do 20 minutes, and then next thing you know, you're in there for an hour, 2 hours, right? Because you got used to it. You're like, okay, I'm good now, I feel good, and you never regret working out, right? But you regret not working out. So I feel like this is the same thing. You just got to like get yourself there, make that smile, you know, make someone laugh, and put a little bit effort into your own happiness. And once you do it, you're just going to feel so much better. You're not going to regret it, but you may regret not making that effort later on. Okay? All right, so Geminis, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for being here, for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. All right, have a great weekend. All right. So now moving on to Cancers. All right, hi Cancers, how are you? Hope you guys are doing good. All right, so Cancers, what is the message for you guys, for my Cancers, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, males and females? What do they need to know right now? What is most important for them to know for all my Cancers? Go with the flow, but make your own flow. Go with the flow, but make their own flow, because you are the captain of your ship, and if you're following everyone else, you're no longer the captain. You're letting everyone else lead you. So do not follow the crowd. Make your own lane. Go your own route, and follow what feels right for you. You know, maybe lately you've been doing a lot of things for other people, or you've been, you know, searching or thinking that you want something, or you have a certain dream or a goal, but really deep down you just want that, or you want to do that because other people want that, or because your family or your friends or your society pressures you to want those things, but maybe it's not really what makes you happy. Maybe it's not really what you want. So I think right now you're being encouraged to really go and follow your heart, to do what really you feel passionate about. Maybe no one else is going to understand it. Maybe everyone else is going to look at you and be like, what? You want to do that? You like that? Why? And you don't have to give an explanation. You don't have to say why. Just like, I want to do it. I don't know. Like, I want to go, they want to go right. You want to go left. You don't have to explain why you want to go left. You just want to go left. Follow your intuition. You don't have to follow the crowd and do what everyone else says, or live a life like everybody else. Just because they want to do that, cool, maybe it makes them happy, maybe that's where their purpose is, but I think your path is different. You're meant to go somewhere else, and I think you have a different calling, a different purpose, and I think a lot of you guys have been feeling that way. You've been feeling pulled to do something different or to go somewhere else. Maybe with relationships, you've been feeling like, I don't know if this is the right person for me. I don't know if this is what I want. And you're kind of being pulled to go somewhere else. And if that's the case, you have to listen to yourself. Don't stay in something. Don't stay in a situation if it doesn't feel right for you anymore. Because you have to consider not only yourself, but also the other person, right? You don't want to waste their time. You don't want to waste your time. But the longer you're in something that just doesn't sit right with you anymore, the shorter time you have to live your true life purpose and to get to where you need to be, right? It's like the clock is ticking. So just really reflect and make sure that you're following your soul, your heart, and doing what you want to do. And also with your job, with, your purpose, your finances, your hobbies. Are you doing something because you feel like you have to? Or there's a difference between just settling and doing something because you have no choice, or doing something in the meantime before you get to your next destination, but you have like a plan, But if you're just kind of living day to day, same thing, and you're not happy, but you're not making any changes, maybe it's time to work on or start, brainstorming what change can I make to get me to where I want to be, because right now I'm not where I want to be, but I am not doing anything about it. It's time to maybe do something about it so you can experience something different, okay? All right, so Cancers, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it helped you or made you think about something or maybe gave you confirmation, and hopefully I'll see you for our next reading. All right, so now moving on to Leos. All right, hi Leos, how are you? Hope you guys are doing good. All right, so what is the message for all my Leos, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, males and females? What is most important for them to know at this moment? So something is becoming loud and clear for you. Either something that you really want to do, something that you feel you need to get out of. There is just something that you're thinking about or you're going to be thinking about that is becoming so loud, so crystal clear, so apparent, so like in your face that you're not going to be able to really ignore it or, push it aside for much longer. And I think the louder and louder it becomes, the more you're like, okay, like you feel the pressure. So what is this thing for you, Leo? What is this? Is this, a reminder that you need to leave a situation, that you need to go for a different career or move, start a different project, take a chance on something? There's just something for you that is very, very loud and clear that I think you need to do or you need to not do, but you've been avoiding or not coming to acceptance with. But I think this is more so not avoiding something this is something you need to do or you need to put your time and energy into, but you haven't done it yet, or you've been waiting to I don't know, it's not the right time, or I'm not sure. You've been kind of waiting for the right moment or the right time. But Leo, I want you to know that it's never really the right time. It's never going to be the right moment. The right moment is now. You need to just start now. The longer you wait, the more difficult it may become, or the more scary, the more doubts you're gonna have, right? Because if you wait too long, it's like I'm seeing someone who's trying to jump into a pool, right? And out of the big diving board, the tall diving board, the longer you're kind of there, the more you resist, right? You're like, oh, I don't want to jump, I'm scared. Like the longer you're there, just the more anxiety you get. But if you just kind of get there and you jump, boom, you're done, it's over, it's not that good, it's not that scary, you're like, oh, all right, that was fun, that wasn't that bad, I couldn't breathe for a few seconds, but I'm good. And then you get out of that fear. But if you're just standing there on the diving board and looking around, you're like, oh, you know what, I don't know, the more anxious you're going to become and the less likely you're going to actually jump. But I think right now you're being encouraged to just make that jump, go for it. Don't be afraid of the water. Don't be afraid to go deep. Don't be afraid to go in the deep end, right? Because if you're diving, usually that means that the water goes deep or deep enough so that you don't hit your head or something, right? So don't be afraid to dive deep into your emotions, into your feelings, into what your heart, your soul wants, because you'll see that it's not as scary, it's not as frightful as you think, but your doubts and your own fears, it's what's giving you anxiety, it's what's making you scared, okay? So there is something loud and clear that's becoming apparent for you, and I think this is your confirmation that you need to go for it and you need to do it, because it's never really the right time, okay? All right, so Leos, I hope you guys enjoy this. Thank you so much for being here, for watching, and hopefully I'll see you for our next reading. All right, so now moving on to Virgos. All right, hi Virgos, how are you? I hope you guys are doing good. Thank you so much for being here. All right, so Virgos, what is your message? What is the message for all my Virgos? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, males and females. Send them healing, love, happiness, abundance. What is the most important thing for them to know at this moment? What do they need to know? Leos. I'm just hearing Bob the Builder. Bob the Builder. Maybe you are Bob the Builder. Maybe someone else around you is Bob the Builder. You're working on something. You're building on something. Either way, I feel like there's progress. There's movement going on. And right now you're in the building block stages. So the building is not complete. The mission, the dream, the happy ending is not complete yet. There's still a lot of construction going on, building, you know, maybe you work in construction, architecture, design, or something along the lines of that. If not, I think this is just really talking about you and your life and how there's still a lot of steps to take. You know, you're not where you want to be quite yet, but that's okay. You're working and you're building up, and you gotta love the process. You gotta learn to enjoy the process and know that you're gonna be learning something new along the way. And it's not about the destination, it's about the journey and how much of yourself you put into it. And how much you're willing to grow and get your hands dirty, right? Because if you're building something, you can't just like sit back and relax and just, you know, expect it all to happen unless you have a bunch of workers and everyone doing it for you. But if you're the one doing the work, you know, you're the one building and growing for your life, you got to get your hands dirty. You got to fall sometimes. You got to get disappointed, have fallbacks. But how bad do you want it? Are you willing to keep pushing forward? Are you willing to keep grinding even when you have setbacks? How bad do you want it, Virgos? That is a question, because if you don't want it bad enough, then it's not going to work out, because the first failure, the first downfall, the first setback, you're going to want to give up and you're not going to want to keep going. So you have to really know, are you passionate about this? Do you really want this? Do you really believe it? Do you really believe in yourself? And if it's yes, then keep going, because you're going to be successful. No matter what happens, you're going to get back up and make it happen. But if your heart is not all the way in it, then you're probably going to give up first thing. So that applies with, you know, your work, school, career, friendships, family, love, and relationships. If your heart is not really in a relationship, if you're not really into this person, or there's not a strong enough foundation and love between the two of you, the first sign something happens, it's going to fall apart. But if both people are working for it and both people love each other strongly and the passion is there and there's honesty, you guys both really want this, no matter what happens, you guys are going to work through it. But if one person is so easy to give up, then maybe that person was never meant for you. Because if they really wanted it, they would keep fighting. They would fight for you. They would fight for your love. So don't be upset or don't be sad if someone stops fighting. It just means that they're not the fighter that you want in your kingdom, in your war. You want a fighter who's relentless, who will keep fighting no matter what. And maybe that person was just not for you, or they were just too weak. Okay? And you need someone who's strong, who will help build you up, who will be your assistant, you know, or be another Bob the Builder with you, and you guys can build an empire together. Okay? All right, so Virgos, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for being here, for watching, and hopefully I'll see you for our next reading. All right, take care and have a great week. All right, so last but not least, Libras, my rising sign. All right, how are you, Libras? Hope you guys are doing good. So what is the message for all my Libras, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, males and females? What is the most important thing for them to know at this moment, please, for all my Libras? Wow, Libras, you're about to be blessed. You're about to experience a great gift from the universe. This could be like great rewards, gifts, like karmic things that are coming back for you, like of the good things that you've done for others. I feel like you're going to receive good news, or something great is going to happen for you. Maybe someone who comes in and lifts you up, gives you something, gives you great advice, or you have an opportunity. Wow, that's so crazy, because even in the weekly love readings that I'm going to be posting tomorrow on Sunday, almost all the readings, pretty much all of them, were really heavy and intense, but yours was actually very good, which I thought was really funny. And today yours is like one of the only very positive messages, which is so funny. It's like crazy, but I just feel like you're gonna be receiving a lot of positive energy, a lot of gifts, a lot of blessings, good things happening for you. And I think it's because you really deserve it. You put in the work. And you may doubt it though at first. You may kind of feel undeserving and be like, why is this happening for me? Or why is this, you know, I don't know, like I didn't deserve this, or I didn't sign up for that. Like what? Like where'd you come from? You know, like kind of like not trusting it. But I don't want you to like push things away that are good things for you, because you deserve it. You deserve this. And sometimes you know that you've been through so many toxic relationships or bad people that when someone good comes in your life, or you get a good opportunity, you're like scared, or it's like foreign to you because you're so used to not having that. But I want you to know that you do deserve this. And I think a lot of things are changing for you. And you're being upgraded, you're leveling up, you're going to be experiencing a lot new things, receiving a lot of opportunities, possibly feeling better about yourself. I think people are going to start to be seeing certain aspects of you, things in you that you have always maybe wanted to show or people to see, but you just gave up because they never really saw that about you, never saw your true self. And it seems like now all of a sudden, as soon as you stop trying, or that you're not really, you gave up on that, it's like now people see that in you and you're like, what the heck? Like I've always wanted people to understand me or see this part of me, and now that I'm not even trying, they do. It's crazy, right? It's almost like when you stop putting your energy into something so much, it just happens naturally or organically, because that was the timing of it. That's when it was meant to happen. And sometimes when we stop fighting and forcing something or wanting something to happen so much, that's when it happens, because we've already just released the urge, and we've kind of just like let it go. And I think that's like when the universe just knows, like, okay, now they're ready, because they've released that. They no longer feel like it's a need or it's a desire. And now they're able to really fully accept and appreciate it. So this may even be with a love partner, a relationship, someone who once you really loved and you adored and maybe didn't appreciate you, or maybe didn't work out. And maybe now they're, you know, showing you a lot of love, showing you a lot of support. Maybe a job that you never thought you could get, an opportunity is now going to come knocking at your door. I don't know, I just feel like a lot of good things, a lot of good energies are coming for you, and you're going to feel, it's going to feel weird, but you're going to be really happy about it as well. So congrats, enjoy it, and don't feel bad to be happy. Don't feel bad to experience good things, because I think you really truly deserve it. Okay? All right, and don't let other people make you feel bad for having good things or good things happening to you just because bad things are happening to them. Keep that in mind, okay? All right, so I think that is all the signs. Whew, hopefully that went well. I don't know if you guys will like it. I'm not sure, but that it's just everything that came out, I think came out the way it was supposed to. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments below what you think of this format, if you enjoyed it or not. And hopefully I'll see you guys next time. All right, take care. And I wish you guys all the best and send you lots of love. Bye.